Right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this meeting of the Board of NHS England. As we all know, we meet in public, and I would like this morning to welcome to our room here in Skipton House in London the members of the public who have joined us, and also all of those who are watching us through the live stream. So it's a meeting in public, not a public meeting. But we will have an opportunity this morning to discuss some business that lies at the heart of the work of the National Health Service in England. I'd like in particular to welcome two who will be joining our panel during the course of our deliberations this morning. The first is Sir Muir Gray, and the second is Professor Tim Briggs, who will help us to understand the work that is being undertaken through the Right Care Initiative and also through the Getting It Right First Time initiative. It's a unique opportunity for the board to meld together in our consciousness these two streams of work and to understand what their implications are for the NHS more generally. So everybody's welcome. I declare the meeting open. There is no fire alarm scheduled. There was one quarter of an hour ago. If there is another one, then we will ask our staff to escort us all safely from the building. We have apologies this morning from Lord Victor Adebowale, who's unable to be with us, but he was with us yesterday, and I would just stress that yesterday we had, as we usually do, a development session in which we consider a number of items of forthcoming business. The board meets informally and deals with strategic issues which are in the course of formulation for items that will come ultimately formally to the board for approval, and the Chief Executive will in a moment talk about one or two of those items that are coming through the system. And yesterday we also had a meeting of the commissioning committee. So this meeting fits within an overall context of a scheduled series of meetings, and we will also have a private board meeting in which we take business which for reasons of commercial, patient or other confidentiality cannot at the moment be taken in public. So let me then kick off with an request for declarations of interest. We've got tabled in front of every member of the board our standing list of interests, which we will take as being formally declared. But I think there may be one or two colleagues who wish to make a declaration this morning in respect of business that's coming up on the agenda. So let me invite that. Yes, Joanne?
Thank you, Chairman. So I'd like to declare an interest in paper number 5 on conflicts of interest in the NHS, which is due to the fact that, as you know, I'm Deputy Chairman of charity Nuffield Health, which provides independent healthcare, including that provided by NHS consultants working in private practice.
Thank you. Any other specific declarations of interest over and above? Yes, John.
I'd just like to remind board that I am the chairman of Quantum DX Group, which is involved in warfarin genotyping development as one of its point of care tests, and I was planning to ask about that in the right care discussion.
Okay, thank you. Any other declarations? I take the view that neither of those declarations disqualify the members of the board from participating in the discussions. Are we comfortable with that? Okay. With appropriate disciplinary action, of course, should they step beyond the mark. So may we then move on to item 2 on the agenda, which is the minutes of the previous meeting. May I invite the board to approve the minutes? I have no matters arising from them. Are there any matters arising? Right, thank you very much. May we move on to item 3, which is the chairman's report. Just a few issues for me to report informally. The first is that I have accepted an interim appointment to a board which will be the transition board, in light of the government's proposal to set up a new property company, which will be merging the existing services under property services and CHP, but also superimposing across it a strategic estates capability. So I've agreed to sit on the transitional NewCo board as we drive this through to a new model. Final corporate structure to be determined and composition of the board to be determined, but this is an interim move in order for us to be able to reflect NHSE's interests in the new model. Secondly, to report that I've accepted an appointment to chair a commission on London's roads and streets, which is being led from the Centre for London, and which I have a particular interest, not only in terms of urban planning and layout, but also around health, air pollution, exercise. This is being done by an independent centre, but also in close collaboration with the Deputy Mayor for Transport, Transport for London, and other stakeholders across London. That is a short-term commission. It should take no more than 9 months to come up with proposals. In addition, over the last 2 months or so since our last meeting, I've been involved in extensive meetings with colleagues at NHS Improvement and elsewhere across the arm's length bodies, many of these jointly with the Chief Executive. And I've also been working closely as a member of the Board of Genomics England Limited as we develop proposals to take the next stage of development of whole genome sequencing out of what is at the moment dominantly a research and test of concept context into what we will be inviting the board to consider at its next meeting, a proposal to introduce whole genome sequencing as a more routine clinical test within the NHS, something which will take a lot of complexity and a lot of time and a lot of development to bring through, but which will allow us to reap the benefits of the government's investment in the 100,000 Genomes project. So I shall pause there. That's a very brief update to the board, and happy to take any questions or comments on that. No, thank you very much.